Hello. Hi, friends. How y'all doing? Hello, 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 hello. Happy Saturday. Hello. If you're here, say hi. Feel free to invite some friends. I am just here to chit chat a little bit while I get ready. Dad, blah, blah, blah. I'm so used to talking to my kids. I was just about to say, Dad and I have a date night. DJ and I have a date night. Oh, goodness gracious. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. Just inviting a few of you to say hi to me because I'll miss you. All right. So it is rainy. It is gloomy. It is a Saturday. I love the weekend, but I am like so tired for some reason. I think it's because I was up really late Thursday night because Lime Life had this brush deal launch at midnight on Friday. And so I was up late Thursday and then up early for school Friday morning for the bus. My kid, people are crazy in this house today. And I wanted to sleep in so bad, but our cat was seriously obnoxious. Like, I swear, okay, how many of you have seen my cat Sully? Throw it down in the comments. Have you seen my cat Sully? Because if you have, you know that he is like a massive cat, right? Like, he's a tomcat, so he's huge as it is. Like, that's just his DNA. But he's also super chubby. And I don't know how it happened. I swear he's just built to be a large cat. But he gets so ornery when he doesn't get his food. So ornery. So every morning he's used to Elsie feeding him at 6:30 in the morning because that's what time she gets downstairs to do her morning chore before school. And this morning, he was just so impatient. Literally in their room, meowing, meow, 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 just being so obnoxious. So we call him, and he comes down the hallway. Like, seriously, you sound like a horse. How large are you at this point? He's been on a diet for years. He doesn't lose the weight. And what's funny is that he started out as an outside cat because I'm not a big cat person. I used to be when I was little. I'm more of a dog person. But he was an outside cat, and then I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, like, he wanted to come in, and every time he would try to come in, he would climb up our screens, and our screens got destroyed from cat claws. We live out in the country, so of course we're not going to declaw them. Like, you're supposed to kill mice. That's the reason we got you to begin with, is to keep the rodents away because we live in the country. And then sure enough, here we are with holes all over our screens from the big chunky monkey trying to constantly climb up because he wants to come inside, right? So now he's an inside cat. He has been for years, and he is just massive, and he's a huge baby when he doesn't get fed at his appropriate scheduled time. Oh, he's like the king of the castle. I get my food when I want my food because I deserve to eat my food. If you're here, say hi. Oh, so today I wanted to get ready with you guys. DJ and I are going to go on a date. I did actually ask for some help because we are going to head down towards Maple Grove. And so we actually really love wine. I really love wine, and DJ has grown to it as well. We also really love craft beers. So, I mean, if you have a recommendation for that as well, like, we'd be down. But we're thinking like wine and dinner, maybe like a charcuterie board or something. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I'm just excited to have a date night. So I'm getting ready right now because it'll probably take me all day. which is why partially I get on here live to get ready, because then I actually get ready. And so it helps me focus. Otherwise, what I catch myself doing is actually like putting on my foundation and then walking around the house, starting a load of laundry, helping the kids get a snack. Like I'm like a squirrel otherwise. Whereas if I'm just on here with you guys, like I actually get ready and I do it in a timely fashion, aside from my constant jabbering. So please, if you're here, talk to me. Let's chit chat. If you have any questions, I'm opening this up for a little Q&A. If there's anything you want to know about me, about what I do, about my company, drop it in the comments. I am here for it. And in the meantime, I'm just going to talk a little bit about fear, because there are some common questions that I get asked when talking to you about becoming a beauty guide. And what better way than to, instead of answering the same question for 4 different people, to get on here and just talk to all of you about it. So over the past 4 years, the biggest thing that I've seen hold someone back from becoming a beauty guide is fear. Typically it's fear of failure, right? We're all scared to lose. Like, we want to win. We want to be successful. We don't want to do something that's too hard because we don't want to, we don't want it to not work out, right? We want to win. We want to win big. We want to prove to everyone that we made the right choice. But fear of failing is like created in your own mind, right? Because if you really think about it, you're going to fail. You're going to fail over and over and over again. And you've probably actually failed at a lot of things in your life until you've mastered it. And how else are you supposed to learn if you don't have those moments where it doesn't work out, right? Because I know personally, like every time I've ever tried to do something, I will fail at it, and that just helps me see the lesson in it, right? Like, I learned something new about maybe my approach. I learned something new about the words that I use. I learned something new about the connection. Do I have one? Don't I have one? Did I come across inauthentic when I know that I'm truly an authentic person? I'm pretty honest, I'm pretty raw, I'm pretty real, and I know my integrity in my heart. And so I always think that I'm portraying those things, but maybe sometimes I'm not. And that there's always a lesson in anything that scares me that I choose to push through, right? When I first was looking at companies to join to try and make a little more of a financial impact on my family, I was really scared because first off, I've done something like this before and the money wasn't there. The money that I would make would just turn around and go right back into my required subscriptions that I had to get every single month. And I hated that. And so then I was scared of judgment because, of course, my husband was just like, no way, like, that's not how things are supposed to work. Why be a part of something where you're ultimately paying all this extra money in? And so within the first month or 2, 3 months of Lime Life, it was like, oh, well, not all companies are like that. You don't need to buy so much yourself every single month or every single quarter. You can literally sell skincare and makeup and actually make money and stay in the green. And we noticed that immediately after signing up. I'm busy. Go bug your dad. Nolan is like anti-dad today. He's just slamming on the door. Oh, Nolan, I love you too. But mom's busy. I'm not opening the door. I'm totally going to be that mom right now. He's just fine. He does not need me. You guys, this morning, he wouldn't get up. He laid in bed while I did my workout, whining, because he wanted to get up, but every time DJ walked in there, he turned his head the other way and was like, no. So DJ was like, fine, just lay there then. He waited until I was done with my workout. And then he was like, okay, now you have to come get me, Mom. Well, guess what? Now you're going to have to go play with Daddy and your sisters. He's such a mama's boy. Such a mama's boy. Yeah. So, I was able to prove to him right away that there's more possible here, right? That it can be a significant opportunity for our family. And he was like, all right, I'm on board. And he has been ever since. And we have our months where we ebb and flow, right? With anything that's commission based, that's typically how it goes. But overall, it's been pretty steady Eddie, pretty consistent. We still have our ebbs and our flows, but it's been really good. And so, when initially looking at something like this, I definitely had to push even his judgment aside, because he had a presumption about how these companies work, about what he saw in the other one I was a part of, and his fear was that I would fail. I think he was scared for me to fail, but also worried, like, what else? And if I wouldn't have pushed through his presumptions and maybe his insecurities about what I was looking at doing, then I wouldn't have done it. I heard him out. It's not that I didn't communicate with him, but I definitely chose to follow my gut and my heart and what I knew to be true, what I knew I was capable of. And I think that's part of the reason I'm on such a mission to do so much more for my family. Because I've seen it happen. The women I'm surrounded by, month in and month out. And so it's not that I don't think it's possible, because it is. And we're on the cusp of all of that being possible. I mean, hell, I didn't ever think that I would get to where I'm at right now. I've always believed that I will hit the top of the company, and my mindset still stands very firmly that I will be at the top of this company, 100%. Because at any level in our compensation plan, you can be at the top of the company. You don't have to be one of the first. But it is such a ground floor opportunity that you truly have the opportunity to grow at an exponential level. So I know it'll happen, but I mean, I didn't know that being at where we are as a team would have all this additional value to it, right? So let's set aside my main why, which was financial reasons for being here, all the other things that have come with it, right? All of the personal growth, the friendships, golly darn it. I don't even know what I would do without some of the friendships that I have, or some of the people that I've met in my team and outside of my team. There is some super freaking awesome women that I don't even think I would have met if it weren't for Lime Life. And this isn't even people in my company. This is people that I've met through what I do. There are many other women that I've met in other direct sales companies that I wouldn't have met without this. There are many other people that have become good friends through other parties that I've done, different events. I mean, some of my biggest customers are people that I did not know 4 years ago at all. And not only are they some of my biggest supporters, but they've become seriously true friends. And I wouldn't have had that if it weren't for this. So the friendship is huge. The support system is huge. The products are amazing. And then let's go back then to the financial aspect, which is why I joined to begin with, right? To make a change for my family. Like, starting out in those first 1, 2, 3 months, Dorothy, you're so sweet. Seriously, same to you. You are like a fire, blazing hot right now. It's so fun to watch. So the financial aspect of why I started, I literally started like I could really use a few $100s. And I know everyone could use a few $100s. What could you use a few $100s for? Groceries, dance class, softball, a summer vacation, because hell, nobody's gone on a vacation in how long? If you didn't get to take one this winter because you've still been hesitating because of COVID, are you going to do something this summer? How are you going to pay for it? Gas money? Maybe your car payment? How old is your car? When is it going to break down? Are you prepared for that? Yeah, see, car payment right there. Seriously, like that's why I started. That's why I knew I needed to do something more. Medical bills is the exact reason I started. 2 little kids who had a couple of surgeries and a husband who has an autoimmune disease that could send him into the hospital like at any moment. Like, thank God that hasn't happened since he first was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. But I mean, it could. What would we do? Like, what would we have done? Those medical bills were outrageous then. Outrageous. And half the time, they require you, especially for any surgeries, to pay so much right up front, right? So I just wanted to at least get the few hundred. Well, I hit a few hundred a month in commissions in my first few months. And then when I hit that first $1,000 paycheck, I was like, oh, shit. This is real. This is actually possible. You hear it all the time, and you guys listen to me say it is real. It is possible. In any company that you're a part of, it is possible. Here at Lime Life, it is possible. But you really, truly, kind of, a little bit doubt it, don't you? Until you're actually in it. Until you actually get your first few $100s. And then when you hit that first $1,000, you're like, oh shit. Could I get 2,000? Could I get 3? What about 5? April of 2020, I had almost a $5,000 commissions check in 1 month. Do you have any idea what that did for my family during a pandemic? It was amazing. And I have a feeling next month could potentially be a repeat of something like that. And I still need that kind of money for my family. It's just the goals have changed, right? Like now, yes, it's still, because this is my primary income, like it still contributes to our bills. This is my primary income. I don't have to worry about paying for daycare now, which is huge, but I still need to pay our bills. And so every month I work to, at a minimum, do that. The extra we make above and beyond that, we try to use for other things, like maybe dance that month. Maybe we use it for, I don't know, a date night like tonight. Maybe we put it into our savings. Maybe we decide to take the kids to like a water park hotel or something. I mean, if you could make enough to help contribute significantly to your bills or pay something off and then have some left over to do something for you, do something for your family, do something that could be a game changer, like whether that's for your mental health or your financial health or for fun, like, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? So that 5,000 commissions, now it has me hungry. Has me hungry for that 10,000. Because that's going to happen. Like, if I can do a few hundred and I can do 1,000 and I can do 5,000, then I can do 10,000. I can make a $10,000 paycheck. It doesn't come easy, my friends. It's not a walk in the park. And that's one thing that I think that I always have to be super clear about. Like, I do work hard, but I also love what I do. I love making people feel good. So I love when I get a message from a customer who is blown away by her skincare results. I love when I get a message from a customer telling me that this foundation just made them feel so freaking flawless that they're completely blown away. I love when I get a message from one of my team members saying that they can't believe what just happened in their back office. Like that, when they get to make their customers feel good, when they close the month with a commissions check that can ultimately change their life, it makes me feel good and it makes me hungry. It makes me hungry for more for them, more for my customers, more for my family. Because I see it now, right? Did I for sure see it when I first joined? No, but it didn't take long for me to see it. It didn't take long. And I had this crazy intuition. Like, I believed in it. And I still do, 100%. God, I would give anything to make so many people see. And if skincare and makeup aren't for you, like, what can you do in your company? What can you do in something that you're passionate about? Just don't sell yourself short. Believe it. Like, believe it. Because it is possible. If I can do it, you can do it. You just got to actually commit to the action steps that are going to give you the results that you want. Let's warm this mascara up a little bit here. So, what other questions have you guys had? I'm trying to think of what other questions I've been asked lately. I mean, in a nutshell, that's my kind of my story in a way. It's not exactly my why, but it's definitely a huge reason that I'm on here with you guys all the time. Because I do believe in not just the products that I offer, because I do think they're the best. I mean, I really truly do. Not everybody's always going to like every product, and that's okay. That's totally okay. But I do love every product. And so I just keep sharing that. And then I do believe in what's possible here. And there is nothing that gets me more jacked up than seeing other women realize that too. Gets me so excited for them. So excited. So, I think there's sometimes this, I need to have permission from my significant other. And I'm not telling you that you don't, but I kind of am. Because if there's one thing that I find super frustrating is when someone else, and whether it's your significant other or your closest family members, when they try to stifle your dreams, it gets a fire burning in me like no other. Hence my video yesterday about needing permission, because I don't think that you need permission to chase after your dreams. If you believe it, then prove it to them. Be like, give me 6 months. And in the case of Lime Life, give yourself a year, because when you sign up, you have that whole year included as part of your sign up process. So why not, right? Give yourself a whole year, see what you're capable of, what's possible. Pour yourself into it, be coachable, be positive, be open. Let me help guide you. And you never know. At the very least, you gain some self-confidence, you gain some personal growth. Maybe you learn a new makeup skill. But what if you completely turn your life inside out and upside down? There's no required monthly minimums until you grow a team. The beauty of Lime Life is that you have what we call a replicated website. So you pay only $9.95 a month for them to run your website for you. If you run your own business right now, you know that running your own website ain't easy. It isn't easy. They do all the hard work for you, so you don't even have to order products to sell. Like, your customers order from your website. How can it be any easier than that? $10 for all of that legwork to be taken off your plate. It's pretty amazing. And plus, you can make that back, you know, selling $100. Like, make that actually $50. I gotta do my math. $50, and you would make that commissions back. Any other questions? What else you guys got for me? I'm almost done getting ready. I just got to do my hair. My husband's probably like, really? Longest live ever? Yeah, really. I love this mascara. I'm surprised I actually was able to talk through doing all my eyeliner. So, that is pretty much the two biggest fears. Fear of failure, fear of judgment. And here's what else I'll add about judgment. Nobody's opinion pays your bills or helps you achieve your dreams. Nobody's. And the people closest sometimes to you are actually going to be your least supportive people. And you just got to go out there and find the people that will support you. You have, in 2021, the entire world at your fingertips. And now you could be like me when I first joined in my first 6 months, and you could say, that's kind of scary. That's fear again. Because it's really not scary. I wouldn't have met my girl Tara, that's on here right now, if it weren't for me putting myself out there into the world for other people to see, for other people to find. And I think she is just the sweetest girl. I would not have met her if I wouldn't have put myself out there. And I have trust issues. I'm scared sometimes. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be hated on. But I am just a mom. I am just a mom, a wife, a woman who wants to do more for her family than I ever got in my childhood. I want my kids to know not only what happens when you work hard, but that you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. I want to break our generational poverty cycle. When your why is big enough, The how-to is easy. You just have to keep your blinders on. Forget the hate, forget the judgments. They don't walk in my shoes. They don't know who I am, what I am. It's always just their perception. Their perception of who I am, their perception of who I might be. They don't know where I came from. They don't know my childhood. They don't know the things I've been through. They don't know where I worked before I worked for this. People don't always know the whole story. It's their perception. Same with direct sales, multi-level marketing, network marketing, whatever you want to call it. It is someone's perception of what they think all companies in this industry do, when it is false. It is not all companies. There are a few bad apples out there, and maybe some people in particular or companies in particular that do it wrong, but not all of them are like that. And you have to help someone see what you see. You have to help someone take a different look through a different lens, because their perception is not factual. It's one thing I actually use in my coaching calls all the time, because we only sometimes see a small snippet, right? And immediately we jump to conclusions, or we create a perception on something. Oh my gosh, she needs to return her foundation. She hates the foundation. Like, my girl, she just ordered an entire new makeup bag, entire new makeover in her makeup bag. She must hate all my products because she needs to return them. That's your perception. What if she had an emergency bill come through and now she has to pay that and she doesn't have the money, and the only way for her to get the money is to return her makeup? Like, is what you see and what you hear your perception, or is it fact? If you want the facts about my journey, ask me. If you want the facts about this company, ask me, and I will give it to you. I will give it to you. So, forget fear of judgment. Push past it. There is judgment upon you no matter what you do. So why not do something that you're passionate about? Because if you are doing nothing, they're judging you. If you are doing everything, they're judging you. There's always going to be judgers. Just don't let the judgers pay your bills, because they don't. So you have to figure out how to keep your mind in the right place. I think I'm ready for the day. I forgot to spray my finishing spray, so I'm just going to do it over my mascara. Ta-da! What do you guys think of this eyeshadow, by the way? I think I'm going to have to add more shimmer. Looks really pretty, though. I love purple. Purple with hazel eyes. You guys, brown eyes, by the way. It's the money. All right. Well, if you think of any other questions that you have, drop them in the comments. I'll come back and I'll reply to those later today, maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, get in my inbox. I'm more than happy to always just talk to you about things. I'm a communicator. I like to talk through things. I don't like confrontation. I don't like judgments or preconceived perceptions. I would rather talk about it. So just talk to me about it. It's okay. I promise. No judgment. I've learned a lot about that over the last 4 years. So that's all I have, friends. I'm going to enjoy my date night, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.